until he gets to the 47-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Utes are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's 3rd down, you just got sacked the play prior. But you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run. Pick up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on third and long from the one. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner goes down. Ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Moves around to clear up the vision. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The Utes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They want to throw it. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done there.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Fights off a defender. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Tight end now in motion. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To throw, it's St. Clair. On the run, fires downfield. Makes a connection. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Powell. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Moore will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he makes the catch. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Powell. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The run to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Looking downfield at St. Clair. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. He has the first and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving.
Well,
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Utah Utes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. ready to get this thing started and open the season. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense where you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the youth, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore to the air. Pulls it in, it's Andrews. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
Makes the grab. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Utah. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Will throw. Flips it out to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Crosses the 45. There he goes. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. He's already got 46 yards on the ground already. That is a way to make a statement early. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lofton. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Canes are on the move. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. With the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He might want another play. Wilson to pass. Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Complete to the right. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quick shovel pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The give out of the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
They've already converted a fourth down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Punts it out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Moore will throw. Skips away from pressure. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff.
Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. Scoops it up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's loose. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Right back to the well. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He's now got 78 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that...
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Rides the back. The give on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! Great job by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to.
Turning it on! 30, the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane! Once he got some room, it was over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it up to 20. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Got enough for the first down. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Wilson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to find his man in the middle. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Caught near the sticks. It's Huffman. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And just about set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Will have to use its first timeout of the half. Moore to the air. And they can't make the connection. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Utes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Direct snap. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson to pass. Back open in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bringing the heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Moore will throw. Quick completion on the out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Wilson will throw. He lets one fly deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He's got him. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Moore to the air. Oh, man, almost almost an interception on the screen. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
On the ground, it's Pringle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Moore to the air. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spinning move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They're throwing the swing pass to the back, just trying to get him the ball in space to see if he can make people miss. That time, though, the defense, nice job with the tackle.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Running back searching for a hole. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Utes with the 1st and 10. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Rushes on him. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Maryland. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, and making the play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And as he throws, incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the returner will be knocked down. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Did the work himself. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Out of the backfield, he's open.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Safe completion on the screen. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wilson to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll throw it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down mark. Think he's going to be a touch short.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Hurricanes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Wilson will throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got some room into the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocked.
Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Utes headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Moore will throw. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got a little space. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. to the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Big fella moving. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Give to the running back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Canes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game.